bitches. What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
Down to the beating!
Am I on mute? Can you hear me? Good morning. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Music.
I know. I'm cranking the music
There
down.
we go.
The iPad's a little slow this morning. I don't know what's going on, but it's not reacting to my fingerprints. So
It's all right. There's always going to be tech issues. It's an
We're here.
imperfect system.
we're here. Good morning. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. It is 6:21, a little bit early. Thanks for moving up 10 minutes. Sometimes 15 minutes. Sometimes 6:30. Thanks for being
Yes.
fluid.
Yeah. It's we gotta find a way. I don't know if everyone just has like alarms set for on the 30, but you know, so people can just know to roll a little earlier, or how we would do this, or maybe there's an adjustment coming soon where we figure out a newer time or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I like the 6:15. It makes the tail end of this part of my morning a little bit less rushed.
Okay. Whiskey
Hopefully,
Jack, good
hopefully
morning.
it works for you. Whiskey
Um,
Jack.
Yeah, it works. It works for me. I think we
Good
just need to
morning,
we might just need to nail it down and let people know so they know. What's up, Whiskey? How you doing, man? This guy, Whiskey, is getting ready. He's probably already got like half his guests, but he is hosting a big event this weekend. That's what we've been alluding to. I don't know that you know about it, but there's a big meetup in Texas, and Whiskey and his brother Iben Kind are the dudes there, the hosts, and Ben's daughters.
I have seen words.
Yeah. So they do it. They've done it for 3 years now. This is the third year, and this is most likely. Well, it's definitely going to be the biggest one because VeeFriends they're doing a sponsored tournament down there. Not sponsored, sanctioned. So it's like connected to the actual company. So the company's posting about it and doing all that stuff. So I believe they're expected to be beyond what they think their maximum capacity is. I think they originally gave a max capacity and they pushed it higher.
Is this a VeeFriends event?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
100%. So that's where when you hear about everybody asking who's going to Texas, that's what it is.
Well done.
So Chels is on her way down there today. Dr. Feelgood already lives in Texas, but he's gonna head up there. I believe I saw card fishing was going. Yeah. The original V dads, Ryan and Blaze, are supposed to be going down there. Quite crowded. Yeah.
Well, Ryan Turner and Blaze. What are they up to these days?
Yeah. Maybe well maybe whiskey can come back here next week and let us know what our best friends Ryan and Blaze have been up to, because we haven't talked to them in months.
Yeah.
Maybe arguably all year.
The entirety of 2026. Well, whether we talk to them or not, my thoughts are always with them.
Yeah.
As always.
Love
But
those beautiful
I'm glad
bastards.
I'm here with you. I'm glad that we're keeping this going.
Yeah.
And however it might transform in the next few months, days, weeks, whatever. Morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dan. So how's it going? How you been since I saw you yesterday?
I've been okay.
Wonderful.
We started yesterday with little gym exploration. Went well.
Oh yeah,
Kristen's
like gym, right?
It's like Kristen's first full workout.
Good. Good.
And also it was so the gym we weren't quite sure what the format was. We were actually the only two there because it's a new gym, and there's been, I would say, one of the bookmarks of our lives is when we do like some kind of like a fitness restart, not really a restart, more like a discovery. Like once upon a time it was CrossFit, once upon a time it was karate.
Okay.
Way back in the day. That's something that she grew up with. It's been soccer 3 times. It's been random events, and perhaps this is another one. We're actually going to go today. Again, we're going to try a morning yoga session, which is good.
Nice.
It's like more, so it's CrossFitty, as in there's like a class and there's like a format, but it was very cardio based yesterday, and it was very humbling because I've been doing a lot of weights, and it's like I can usually muscle through cardio, like soccer. You can muscle through that, but straight up cardio, I got to get back on it. Because even though Kristen has been mostly unable to do these things, I also, kind of keeping an eye on her as she was doing it, but also was like, wow, this is really like, I'm not really even going 75% here, and I'm kind of breathing heavy. And I definitely had to take a breather more than I thought I would. So it was good. It was one of those times where you think you're on whatever path you've been on, and it's just like a little sprinkling of humble pie, slice of humble pie. Sprinkling doesn't really make sense here. Of like, oh, okay, this is something that I lost track of slowly over time. Kind of like today's reading, Dom, which is...
Well, I was going to ask you a question before we went there. So you're saying you're going to do that with Kristen right after the show.
Yeah.
Maybe a soft exit here. I think you said around 7:00 your time. So what do you do with your kids?
Well, they're home, and this is a time of the day where we can slowly start,
because that's like prime time. Like sorry, you guys are on spring break. I was gonna say that's like prime time. Like, get breakfast in them, get them dressed, get backpacks on. Where the heck is your left shoe?
Oh yeah.
And you guys are like, Mom and Dad are going to the gym. You guys, figure it out. You're 13 now. Do you know Mom the other one?
Peace.
But it's spring break. The whole time my mind was like, wait, how is the kids getting to school?
Yeah.
Like
Well, I mean,
grandma's on a
will
cruise
this work?
ship.
Will this work during the school when next week? This time probably not.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that we could potentially do together. So, and part of that discovery is, okay, we found this thing. How do we tie it into everything else we do?
Yeah.
You know, it's imperfect. It's not going to go smooth. But you know, when you find something like that, when you find that little thread, you got to hang on to it and try to weave it into the rest of your tapestry of life.
All right, now go back and make your connection to the reading.
Where was
Before
it?
I interrupted you.
Yeah, the mornings.
Time.
Well, there's a few directions we could go with it. You know, number one, it's if you have older kids, those you're probably coming up on a few lasts.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we started the month with. I think we ended the month with it. You know, whether it's tuck-ins, whether it's bids and asks for you to make breakfast or help them get ready in the morning. Like, I don't help my 13-year-old get dressed in the morning. That's on her, and she doesn't want me in the room because I'm a dude.
Morning, Mike.
Sorry, go.
I was just saying good morning to Mike.
Oh, good morning, Mike. Yeah, all those things, breakfasts, getting ready, asks to play. My 7-year-old still asking me to play. And, you know, I think I mentioned yesterday that, or we both said that, like, you know, we're good at saying yes, but there's times when we don't. Decent.
Yeah.
And today's page is about every time you say no, or every time you put it off, or every time you put a barrier between that, that teaches them that, okay, maybe I'm done asking.
Yeah, it kind of follows a little bit of what I was going over yesterday, where it's like yesterday was kind of along the same lines. It was eroding their trust when they say, "Hey, can you do this with me?" And you say, "Yeah, in a couple minutes," and then a couple minutes turns into a half an hour, and you know, it's not like you purposefully lied to them. It's just the normal response when someone asks you, you know, to do something is like, yeah, I'll be there in a little bit or soon or 5 minutes. I have this happen to me at work all the time where it's like people will tell me, yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And then like 30 minutes later, I'm like, hey, it's been like 5 minutes. So, you know, what is, you know, and that erodes my trust in them. So this is like yesterday's page and then today's as well is basically like just a reminder on how easy it is to like do that to your children, how that stuff, while it doesn't sting in the moment, it's like over time with enough of them, they get this sense that if they keep asking you to play, your answer is going to be, you know, yes later, and then later never comes, or no in general, and then that doesn't come either, and then you get to the point where they just stop asking. Good morning, Anne. Anne's in Texas, so she's finally able to wake up early enough, quote unquote, to see the show. Good morning, Anne.
Cowboy time.
How, Anne, are you just? I imagine Anne is going crazy right now because of that big yellow ball in the sky that only appears in the southern states and not the Northwest. So she's probably just sitting there soaking it in,
just getting burnt,
lathered in sunscreen.
Yeah. Fun fact: cowboy time is the same time as mountain time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll still make my 16-year-old breakfast before good.
Well done.
Then yours Monday. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Anne's got family in Texas. That's wild. Is there her husband's family? I thought your family was in Germany. But good morning. Yep, and she'll be going to the Texas event, bringing her daughter and husband, I believe, which is wild.
That's awesome.
Combining her secret, not so secret internet life with her family,
Or bring her secret family life to her internet life.
something like that. Husband's aunt and cousin, super sweet people. Good, wonderful.
Well, that's another thing. Anne's bringing family, or getting family together, and there's also potential lasts with that.
Hmm.
How many times do you get an opportunity to make that kind of connection? Even with this little gym thread that we've found. How many opportunities do we have to do that? I think Kristen found the gym. And in another time, it might be like I might have said, no, I'm going to stay with my routine. But it's like, how many times do we get this opportunity to try something new, especially in such a touchy time with like her health? It's like hell yeah, sign me up. We might have to cancel. Kristen's got like a toothache or something.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a dentist appointment today. Never looking forward to it. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, why do I even have a dentist appointment today? I hope it's just a checkup and a circle back on some work that was already done. If those people try to just start giving me shots and drilling into my face, I'm gonna just run out of there. I got dinner plans tonight. I don't want a numb face. Somehow they've managed to trick me into doing work. Like I went in there, I got a whole, like a quote, like as if it's a car repair or construction, and I never said yes to any of it. But then they keep setting these appointments, and I'll come in and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna fix these two cavities, these two teeth," and I'm like, "Wait, I didn't sign up for that." And then I come home and I can't eat for 24 hours. Like, this is my weekend. Like, and I keep scheduling the appointments on Friday because that's when I'm home. And it really messes with your weekend when you can't eat.
Yeah.
So I
Give me
don't recommend it.
give me 1 second here.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just keep rambling on. Bailey got swim meet today, so we're going to that. Friends invited us out to dinner afterwards, so we're gonna meet up with them after that. Like I said, pretty chill weekend. Couple of little events. Brooklyn's getting her hair done. That's what she's most excited for. She's been begging to like get some color in her hair, so she's wanting to go like one of those like purple or blue or like a deep burgundy in her curls. And so we set an appointment to get that done because she was not wanting mom to just box dye it or put chalk in it. So that's our that's our main attraction of the weekend, which involves very little of us. Hopefully getting our AC fixed. Man, it is hot out here. It's like Texas hot out here. But
Dom, I'll be right back.
yeah, dude.
And
Do
I
it.
got more time, so no rush.
Okay. All right. I'll hang out. Hopefully someone comes to chat me up. I can show off if Ann and Whiskey are still in here, which I don't know if you guys are, but I finally completed my comic sticker set there, and it took me forever. The shipping on the Kind Warrior was very delayed. So ever since you posted that thing of putting them in like the shoot, what's that thing called? That wall container that holds them all. I realized I have an extra one vaulted. Yeah, I have an extra one of those. I have one that does slabs and one that does mag loaders. So I gotta figure out what the right loader is to put these in that you got. I was gonna reach out to you, but these are so cool. I love these ones. Um, but yeah, I I eBayed them all, and it was my I haven't been on eBay in a long time. It was very tough sitting there and watching the bids and paying attention and then losing some and winning some and bidding on some that were like 6 days out and then accidentally bidding on some that were 3 days out. And then so I have duplicates of some. And then I would, after I did all that, like buying them one by one, I saw like a pretty decently priced full set. I was like, damn it. I already won like a bunch of these auctions. So that was interesting. Let's call it interesting. I wouldn't say it was fun because that's like the part I don't like. I wish I could just like hit up Whiskey Jack and he'd be like, I'll sell you the full set for a great price. Um, but I don't want to do that. And then I did get some other full sets. Like I got the full set of the scratch offs. I got the full set of the duels. And I'm working on a set of the sixth dimension, which I know are gonna be a little harder. I end up getting extra ones because I love them so much. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the extra ones and I'm gonna peel and stick them to my son's water bottle. I peel and stuck a core lava driven dragon to my son's water bottle, so he's excited about that. So that's cool. You definitely should hit people up. I know. I know. I feel like it all goes down in Discord, the trading way easier. They will get grateful. They will be grateful to hand out or stick. Yeah. And then I'm excited that the new minis season's released. I didn't even know that happened, but that's cool. So I'm gonna work on getting some bags of those for the kids, for me mostly. Um, what's up, David? What's up, Tim? Gentleman just sneaking in here, not even saying hello to me. Just you're my lurkers today. How's it going? What what's everybody up to? Tim, are you going down to Texas? Well, I don't know that know one way or another, but um, hopefully you are. Probably not. I don't know. Um, and then MPs. Yeah, I wish. I know, me too. Yeah, yeah. If you see Chels, let her know I'm on my. Just let her know that this is a green screen. Actually, I'm in the American Express lounge at Platinum Lounge because I'm not that big time at LAX right now. So I just kept the green screen here. Um, you'll see the other V dads, Ryan and Blaze. They are supposedly going spring break trip in a week. Wife working on a PhD. Ooh, nice. What's she getting her PhD in? That's awesome. Um, yeah, our spring break is next week too. So we for sure have something planned. I think it's Thursday to Saturday, and then Easter is Sunday. So that the 2 weekends from now, and then there's a tentative plan for the weekend, one weekend from now, to go to the beach. So could be back-to-back weekends. So Texas was just it was not gonna happen. And we're kind of like in a tricky financial situation right now. I have a client who educational leadership. Nice. Okay, good. Cool stuff. Well, congrats to her. That's awesome. Um, just I have a client who's having money transfer problems and is kind of holding some of my cash. So it's a bummer. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? I should just notoriously say good morning, Dylan, just to pull you out of there. Mike's not going to Texas either. I know. It's a bummer. Yes, this Texas meetup. I know. It's for me, most of all, it's just that little distance on the map of like the boonies, where the boys actually like reside and hold the meetup, just not being right next to the airport, you know? Like that's the hardest thing for me, to really lock in and get that 2-hour drive out there. I know there are plenty of people flying in, so there'd be plenty of cars to jump in and stuff like that. But just too much to do, too much financially, all that stuff. Lake Travis, baby, I miss Austin. Okay, nice. I've only been to Texas one time last year, but we were with friends. They have a place out there in Spring, Texas. It's not too far out of Houston, I believe. 30 minutes or something like that. I believe it's north. I wasn't doing any mapping or driving myself, but we had a good time. They showed us a good time. So yeah, everybody have fun with that. Um, gonna ghost the timeline for this weekend and just focus in on family and house so that I don't have to have those FOMO chills of all the fun that y'all are having. Um, hopefully, Ryan and Blaze do some pop-up VDAD interviews with everybody because I know that that's 100% on their mind is the quality programming of this enterprise that they created, that I'm the sinking ship that they left me to run. I'm just playing. I can say whatever I want because they never listen, right? Dom, how is the partnership proposition working out? So yeah, thank you, David. On Tuesday, I presented a proposal to my wife, and she took it. She took it okay. She looked at all the words and she was like, "Really? You want me to read this on a lunch date?" And I'm like, "Yeah, honey, I would love you to read it. Just keep an open mind." And it basically, she left it at, "Okay, let me know like what's on your plate that that are optional items. Good morning, Jason. That are optional items
Morning,
to
Dom.
to take off of your plate, and I'll pick and choose what I think I'll want to handle, and then you can teach and instruct me on how you would do it and how you'd want me to do it." So hoping to have a little bit more conversation with her on that in days to come. But obviously, one of the struggles I have with work and life balance is is working at home. Like I try to just my brain literally shuts off and I forget about everything that has to do with work and business. Probably not the best thing for a business owner. I think it's still more in the mindset of an employee versus a business owner, but it's more for my sanity and connection as a parent, as a husband, and as a homeowner, and just general self-care. Like I know people who work and think about work 24 hours a day, and I don't see them as balanced, happy, unanxious, connected to family and friends, doing any self-care. Like there's one person in particular that I'm thinking of, and I'm always concerned about him. It's not Jason, by the way.
You know, he might be talking about.
No, it's not. It's someone you wouldn't. That's an old friend. His name is Steve.
Oh, I got you.
Older gentleman. He's like one of my parents. He was someone my mom dated when I was in my teen years, and he just stuck with me as he was a really good role model and parental figure. But so he did do it. He did crush work and lock in and have like these really odd hours, and then also make me feel, and I was more like a stepson even though they weren't never married, but and make me feel loved and cared for, and we had some really good times, and that's why I've consider him like a father even all these years later. And I still get together with him a couple times a year, maybe once a year.
If I piggyback on what I walked into, you're talking about the balance
Yeah.
between work and home,
Yeah.
and how to vocalize that. Is that kind of where you were at?
Um, it's not vocalize it because it's literally a switch that, like, I mean, I have about 2 hours sometimes to make the switch, but I just by the time I get through this garage, there is no work. It's done. Like, it's not something that I need to say out loud to myself or my kids. Like, I just don't work. And there's that's good for me as a, like I said, a father, husband, homeowner, and self-care. But it's bad in that, like, I'm the business owner and I'm the only one in the company. And there is stuff that I could and should be doing, while I'm home. um but I put that protection, I put that boundary in place a long time ago, and so I'm trying to, kind of change it, but it's hard.
Yeah, I think it's totally okay to give yourself that grace of learning what works and what doesn't. And that is an imperfect process. I don't think, nor have I don't think I've ever met or talked to anybody who immediately started doing it in a way that's best for both.
Oh yeah.
It's always been a learning process for anybody. I
Well,
guess.
month to month, year after year, especially as your kids change.
Mhm.
Like, for a while my wife was working, so there's a whole nother dynamic there. Now she's not working, so she's more free to do a lot of the stuff. But at the same time, that's not what neither of us wants, is for her to do everything so that I can go work. So I don't want to miss out on the kids, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot there, but it shifts and it changes.
Yeah, and I think it's great you're also putting words to that.
Yeah.
It's definitely it definitely evolves, like you said, with the days and the weeks and the months and the years, ages of your kids, the place you're at with your spouse. There's things you might have to let go of. At one point, I'm sure we're all like more business minded and letting things at home kind of go on autopilot. I've been there probably
Mhm.
more than once, probably more than a few times. Um, because it's just like you're using different parts of your brain, using different parts of your energy tank
Yeah.
that is that is rapidly becoming limited as we get to the age that we're at. And you're not always aware of that. It's like you're not always aware of. I am not always aware, or wasn't always aware of, like, that energy limit. At one point, I thought it was endless. It was like, school, come home, do those things, compartmentalize that, then whatever production or efficiency you try to assign to those late night hours. At one point, I was good at it, I think, until it worked, until it didn't. And then it that growth or that point might come hard, or it might come easy,
Yeah.
um, or it might come hard and easy at different times. I'm just rapping. That's
Yeah.
all I'm doing.
Hmm.
But
I love
it's
that, David. Quit a job, family first. Yep.
yeah,
Sometimes stuff doesn't work.
yeah, and at,
Um,
at some point, it might just be your whole career. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying that David tossed his entire career.
You're so rapping. Yeah.
uh,
I mean, that's what was happening with my wife. And we've done it twice now, where it wasn't working. It was a lot of pressure, it was a lot of stress. They kept heaping responsibilities on her. There was turnover of people. It wasn't, it was sunshine and rainbows when she first got the job, because it was a mess, and she was able to turn it around and, fix things and incorporate her systems. So she was having fun. She was leading, like all that kind of stuff. Like everybody was loving it. And then it just gets to the point where, okay, now everything's there. And now here comes the grind. And how long do you want to do the grind? While having the other major shift that happened is then, the years passed and we all of a sudden had 3 kids in 3 different schools. And the Bailey school got a little further away. So just the pickups and drop-offs became so difficult that in between she could barely find, 2 hours of work. So she was working from home, which she had negotiated with the company. But then the company managers started giving her crap for never being there. And she started feeling, disrespected or talked down to. And I was just like, I can afford it. You can step down. I'd rather you enjoy this time when the kids are young than not. So if you can do it, like obviously it's not easy. Like we're struggling a little bit right now as I'm in between jobs because my income's not guaranteed. And then that's where my other struggle comes is like I really should put more hours in, but then I struggle with if I put more hours in, then what am I missing out on with the family?
Yeah.
So again, balance, difficult, coming in and out of it, making sure I'm prioritizing the time. But that's just life. That's just the normal part of this life. That's the normal part of business ownership, income, financial stability, all those kind of things. I mean, my kids are obviously going to feel, like they miss dad's presence, but at least they feel safe and secure. We're not talking about moving or where our food's gonna come and stuff like that. Or they're in ratty shoes and clothes.
Yeah. There was,
It is definitely a shit show, dude.
yeah, like the shoe. I guess I'll go to the smallest part. The like the shoes. Like our 13-year-old. I think she's on like her 3rd pair of soccer cleats in a year because she's just growing.
Jeez, running through them. Oh, growing. Okay.
Yeah, and there's been times where it's like, okay, she needs a new pair of like cleats at this particular moment isn't the time when we're particularly liquid.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, how do you explain that? Because it's many families go through that where sometimes necessities they might have to be shelled for a hot second. But trying to explain that in a way where you're not causing them alarm or low-level trauma for later, kind of in the same way as when they ask for that hangout time or play time where you say no and they just learn that that's the way it goes. Something else you said that clicked. I'm kind of opposite of you. You mentioned that Amy took a job and it was great for a while, and your income is good, but it's also not guaranteed forever. On our end, it's like, okay, my income is guaranteed, but it's not something that we can live on solely, which is something that that's one of the things that I carry, where it's like, okay, well, I get a spring break, I get summer breaks, I can do these things with the kids, and sometimes Kristen can be with us and sometimes she can't. And that's something that sticks with me. It's like, what in another universe, what would it look like if that was reversed? And there was something I read this morning, I forget where it was. We've talked about the 80-20 rule. No, sorry. Talked about the percentage rule where you show up and it's like, hey, I'm at 70% today.
Oh yeah.
I'm at
Yeah.
20% today. There was something I read about the 80-80 rule where and it was a very brief read. And part of it was, 80%, 80%. If both of you can be at 80% consistently, that's a good place to be. You're not 100%. You're not burning the candle at both ends. But it's sustainable.
Yeah.
Because it's like one partner running at 100% and one partner running at 20% all the time. Somebody's going to get burnt out. Somebody's going to get frustrated. And that can turn into any multitude of things. It could be, it could be resentment, could be silence. If that kind of stuff has gone unspoken. So that's something that kind of clicked with me.
Yep. Yeah. It's definitely been, like I said, different year after year, different in life circumstances, different in my work. And I think like my latest fix was asking Amy to help me basically.
Yeah. Have you hired her yet? Yesterday you said you were going to hire her.
So I gave her all the information. Like I wrote up a proposal letter. I wrote up an offer. I paired it with a vacation, like a trip, company retreat, if you will.
Orientation meeting?
Yeah, where we're gonna hammer this thing out, the details and how it's gonna work, how it's gonna look. She seemed intrigued enough to not throw it back in my face and say no. I think she wants to start slow with just a couple of tasks, and I already have a couple in mind. So I need to kind of lay out the format of those tasks. It's just something. They're simple tasks. They just weigh on me that I'm not doing them. Like they're not important in the day to day, but like they're the legally important tasks. They're the like if I get in trouble with a job, not having done these tasks could really screw me over. So my focus is just, my focus is more on relationships with the client so that I never get to that point. And then therefore having not done them won't really matter. But that's a really like optimistic and scary way to run a business, Good morning, MP. MP, I just figured you were on a plane to Vegas. You got your bag full of Speedos and tank tops, and you were ready to go check out gyms and coffee shops and lazy rivers. So enjoy your weekend in Vegas, buddy.
Yeah, there's David brought up and David Kristen is doing okay. It's also Kristen with two eyes, which is not less common than the
two eyes next to each other, or
Kristin. Kristen. She's doing okay.
Okay, gotcha.
We're in the improvement cycle here. David, you mentioned teachers that contract painting off school season. Yeah, that's a great. That's a great thought. Is what's the side hustle, whatever. I've gone through multiple iterations of that. Mostly with art and painting, and it's inconsistent, but it serves two purposes. It's like when it's good, it's good. I ended the year really well. I kind of shelved that time down here in my studio a little bit for what was going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And even that, it's like it's in the house, and even that steals time away from, what goes on upstairs. So it's like something that happens out of the house. This is the first summer that I'll be doing summer school. I'll be teaching
Okay.
It's a month. It's an additional month of 4 days a week for students who need a little bit more help.
Is it
And
is
it
it
help,
still is it still in art or is it something else?
yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be a little more, a little more low stakes.
Okay.
With
Nice.
kids who don't want to be in school for the summer. So that kid that does that, it's like I'm not necessarily teaching for grades. I'm teaching for, enrichment. I'm teaching
Yeah.
for, different skills, hands-on things during the summer, which I'm really looking forward to. It's more like a workshop type layout.
Nice. That's cool.
Using sharp tools and spray
And
paint.
have you ever done it?
No,
Summer
this is the first time.
Dang. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the funny part. I was like alluding to this. That's like a funny part about life is, you've been doing what you've been doing for a really long time. And then here's a completely new experience for the summer.
Yeah.
Who knows how it's going to go? Could work, could not work. The
Yeah.
kids could miss the fact that dad's usually always home during the summer. The kids
Well,
could love the fact that there's freedom.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Speaking of,
easy here. Hazel, this is how Hazel's been starting her morning. She's coloring.
nice.
And I get the honor of tearing out the page that she wants.
That's
Which
great.
at some point there's going to be a last.
This guy.
So,
He did the reading.
So I'm not teaching her how to do it because I enjoy it.
There's the flip side to the page right there.
Yeah.
If you don't want it to be the last, don't teach your kids how to do it.
Don't teach your kids self-sufficiency, y'all. Distracted. Oh yeah. So it's the first time in my career that I'm doing this. My two younger kids, be doing summer school with me. They don't know that yet. They're gonna be effing pissed when we tell them that they're gonna be doing it. But it's basically
they're gonna be doing it with you.
My middle daughter. The way it's set up is like our school, my school, teaches summer school at like another neighborhood school. So our kids who are at our school are at another school because we're using the space.
Yeah.
So it's like all kids that we'll have. So my middle daughter will be in that school with me. My littlest will be in their group at another school. It's a interesting layout.
So dad's doing summer school, and all the girls are doing summer school too.
Two of the kids are. Our 13-year-old. I think we have her in a soccer camp. She'll probably spend some more time at home because, more self-sufficient. Kristen doesn't have to manage her at home very much.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a whole new thing. I mean, it's extra income.
Good.
It's enough to pay for a trip or take care of some annoying debts.
Nice.
But it's a different way of handling things than we have been. So
yeah,
and not totally sure what it's gonna look like, but it's new and looking forward to it.
I'm sure you'll handle it well.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know how summers have been or felt for you. Like that seems like summer school feels a little bit like maybe retirement would feel, like where it's like good in theory, but then when you get to like month 2 and you're like, I feel like I should be going to work. Like when summer, I don't know if it's like that or not. I just for me going somewhere every single day and then not going somewhere for 2 to 3 months kind of feels like it at first would be a vacation, and then soon enough you'd be getting a little stir crazy maybe.
Yeah, in terms of like structure, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, the summer school portion, in terms of like structure, it's great.
Yeah.
It's because I think I've mentioned the past 2 summers. First 2 weeks, heaven. It's great. You know, you get to release a bit. That's like a normal time off for all you peasants who have to work regular jobs.
Well, I just always think that about kids, you know, like they go to school and then they're off, and then like the structure gets thrown out the window,
Yeah.
especially at the older ones. You know, and even like with Amy, with the stay-at-home mom, it's like the structure, you know, she's not gonna have that go time in the morning. She's not gonna have that time with her friends where they do their mom walk after they drop the kids off. And it just like poof, like all this stuff we've been doing all year long, you finally get the hang of it, you know, like you can finally get the hang of it in the February, March area. as they come off of winter break, sometimes they lose it. and then
Mhm.
and then summer hits, and then you gotta re-up again in
Yeah.
August.
I guess
It's a funny system.
yeah. I mean, everybody gets the winter break, and you guys get the summer break, and you know, I honestly don't know what that would feel like if we both had a full-time job. You know,
Yeah.
it would largely, it's the same thing. It's like summer break is great. You know, for those of you who don't
I like
teach,
that, David.
but at the same time, it's like you know, what might be in another universe is, you know, mom and dad working full time. What does summer looks like? You know, that's a question I might have for
You,
you all. Um,
well,
is
I just thought about what happens typically on summer break, that I just realized that last summer was my last. So to tie back to the reading, so like typically on summer breaks, ever since we've moved out here, there have been a number of days, like almost once a week, but more likely it's once every other week, where I would take the kids with me to work, and we would tour some job sites, and then I would drop them off at their grandparents' house. Maybe they'd spend the night, maybe they wouldn't. But now the grandparents no longer live where I work. They actually moved over here to where we live. They're in the mountain. They're on the other side of the mountain of us. Um, so last summer was the last time that I did that. I most likely won't do that this summer. Um, because it's such a long drive and commute to put them in the car, and they've aged out of it a little bit too, you know. So I'm thinking about it. Some of those times last summer and last year may very well have been the last times that I, you know, brought my kids to work, because they used to, you know, especially when they lived out there, you know,
even
they
Bentley would
I used to bring them out like for all the cool stuff, all the demos, you know, all that stuff. But now it's harder because they live out here, or we live out here. So it's much more difficult for me to bring them, you know, to the cool stuff. And then, but summer was the time when I could. If I had any cool stuff going on during the summer, I'd be like, hey kids, I got a demo. You guys wanna come, you know, during the summer because you're on break, and it would happen. But now, because I also had the ability to drop them off with the grandparents, you know, while I had some important meetings or stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen again, when it's gonna happen again, how it's gonna happen again. We'll figure something out. The easiest thing would be, Amy still likes going to the beach. She's not worn down by the commute. So I think last year she came out to the beach a couple of times, and I would take an extended lunch and hit the beach with them as well. I say extended lunch like as if there's a boss, like as if there's an actual lunchtime for me.
you are the boss, Tom. You are the
Yeah,
boss.
the guy in the back of my head telling me only take 30 minutes. But so
Um,
I think that can still happen, where they come out for beach, and maybe I have something cool happening and they can stop by.
yeah. Well, I'm curious, as you were talking, I was curious about Bentley. Does Bentley? I mean, he's 7.
Yeah,
Does that stuff still hold weight with him? I can't.
a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it
So
would hold more weight if we were close, but yeah, he's in
yeah,
his own little world. What it mainly is I'm decently proud of the work that I do at the end. So I love taking my wife and kids and even my in-laws too on like the tours of the homes as I finish them. So it usually becomes
that's
like,
great.
hey, I'm
Into
finishing the
them into your world.
yeah,
Okay.
hey, I'm finishing the house. The clients haven't moved in yet. Do you want to come out this week and take a tour?
Do you guys ever talk when you're doing that? Do you guys ever talk about? I'd imagine there's thoughts from them of like, oh, it would be cool if like our house had this.
Yeah, it would be cool if I was a billionaire. Yeah, it does happen. Dad, that they used to happen all the time. Can we move into the house? Wait, which one of these rooms would be my room? Why don't we have an elevator?
Yeah. So basically, what I'm hearing is it kind of these little trips kind of give a little bit of space for imagination for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a part and parcel, like, what it is that dad does. Um, what it is that takes me away from them, all the hours that I'm away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm hoping for, Bailey at some point, because it's been loosely put out there that if like she ever wanted to work with me and learn the business, you know, if she couldn't find anything, this is a very available business. Like it's not going anywhere. Like where I work, it's definitely not going anywhere. Even with like the doom and gloom of the AI taking over the world, um, I don't see that happening in my portion of the industry. I can see it affecting other portions of the industry. Yes, just not so much mine.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a little bit of a ego or naivete or anything, something like that. But it's just so custom. It's just so like it's not cookie cutter. So I just don't see it right now. It's
Yeah.
very much relationship maintenance and management. It's kind of like teaching. Like I wouldn't see versions of teaching getting lost. You know,
No,
that
there's
art of like kid emotional maintenance. Like sure, like instructionals and you know pamphlets and homework and all that kind of stuff, but like the one-on-one or one-on-two, if there's a fight or an argument, that doesn't seem to be able to be handled by a robot.
no. I agree with you wholeheartedly. David, I was about to start announcing a super soft-boiled exit, but
Dom threw out AI.
um, I attended. We had a school district AI summit where people can talk about what they're doing in AI,
Yeah.
and I attended a really great session on what like the what is the magic behind AI, and I think there's a lot of people, and me included, that have used it for a multitude of things. Whether it's work, whether it's personal stuff, whether it's budgeting, whether it's recipes. It's the main idea is like it's not a prediction machine. It's not going to outlay the definites, or it's not going to outlay like things that are actually going to happen. At the end of the day, it's an algorithm and it's math.
Yeah.
And it's if this were to be condensed down to layman's terms, AI is basically just a very complex autocomplete based on previous interactions. It just happens to learn your code. Like the way it was explained by my friend who also did it, who presented, was if you type in the word "what," there's a number code with that. It's basically more complex version of binary, where I forget what the code for what is. It's like let's just say that the numbers are like 7734 stands for the word what, and all it's doing is predicting or auto completing what generally comes after the word what.
Blaze has a podcast.
What?
He hasn't invited us on his podcast. How dare he?
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going, dude.
That's right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's great. It's an awesome tool. My principal, who's been in education for decades, has said that out of all the new tools, this is the first thing that he has seen that can actually make a good difference in the way that teachers do their craft. And I feel very fortunate that I've jumped on that bandwagon a little bit earlier, to the point where I can potentially teach others how to use it.
Yeah.
But in no way do I think it's ever going to take over the main tasks of taking care of humans, learning about kids, making them feel seen, anything else that comes with the human interaction of education.
Yeah. I think it's just gonna take over the mundane.
Yeah.
It's gonna take over the busy work. It's gonna take over the all the legal documents and contracts and stuff that I hate doing. That I'm working on, with Amy doing, or an assistant doing, or something. It's like the assistant work, so that then everybody in my level or your level can just work on the higher level stuff, the face-to-face interaction, the relationship management, the things that are the most important, but also knowing that you have all this other stuff to do, you can't put as much time into those most important things.
Yeah.
Like David said, the creativity, the environment, like making sure that everyone's feeling, safe and heard and listened to. Like, clients of mine or students of yours aren't going to feel safe, heard, and listened to. Just like our kids, they're not going to feel safe, heard, and listened to if you're like, yeah, just go talk to chatbot. Like, go talk to the robot that's in the corner about your problems. They'll make it all better. Like, sure, they could probably do that and it will say things, but like, it's not coming from a human, not coming from that interaction, no matter how much it attempts to look like a human. It's humans are made for connection. Like you and I, for instance, like this thing that we're doing here with the people that we're doing with, like this is so good for us. Like we put so much value on this because it's, I'm a human, you're a human, we're listening to each other, we're respecting each other, we're making each other feel safe, heard, and loved. And like, if all of a sudden I opened up the screen and there was just a robot Jason, like the feeling wouldn't be there.
No, it wouldn't. And you nailed it on the head. I was also going to say that
Nice.
it replaces the mundane, it replaces the busy work, and makes the space for interaction. And
I mean, I'd love a robot to go weed my garden so that I don't have to do it this weekend.
Yeah. Well, eventually, just give it, I don't know, maybe 6 months, and have that.
I'd definitely get the robot gardener.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sign me the F up.
Because right now my gardener does not give two shits about weeds.
And then once you get your gardening robot, go ahead and check out Black Mirror, because I think there's an episode where kind of the gardening robot goes a little haywire. All right,
Let's get out of here, dude.
Yeah, I gotta go.
It's been a long one, a good one. It was gonna be a short one. We started early. Hopefully Kristen's tooth is no big deal and it'll be okay. But let's get out of here, people. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. And do you have the controls?
Well,
I'm
I
working on
have
it.
the end stream button.
No, don't
I
do
have
that.
everything here. Here, let's
You
let me drive for a second. Let me drive. Here you go. We'll do a little.
Make sure you check the loop button on the title screen and then start running up the music.
Okay, loop. Where's the loop button? Loop. Here we
Yeah,
go.
above.
Well, we'll do a little. We'll do a little outro to any comments. I don't have any comments. I'm just
See everybody.
Yeah,
Have a great weekend, y'all. Thank you, Dan.
Shut it down
Thank you,
yet.
David.
I'm
Thank you,
driving.
Mike. Jason's trying to drive, y'all. He's got it. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Whiskey, for coming in. Dylan, our lurker. Thank you, Bud. Pulls Tim in the house. What's up? Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Did you hit the button? This button.